All right, so I wanted to ask you guys about like some of the more current stuff or things that you've kind of led you to where you're at now. And I have to say, I kind of got into the jam band stuff a little late, but when I was like 21, I discovered Derek Trucks Band, and I must have worn out that live DVD from at the Beacon. I can sing every solo on that album. It's like, in particular, the Down the Flood solo, the second solo that Derek takes on that. I was just like, how can a guitar player do that? And like the band as a whole, it was just, you guys were so fucking tight, man. It was unreal how you could like push the tempo of something and then you could bring it right back down in volume and tempo. Like you would just speed it up by 10, 15 BPMs and then bring it right back to where you started. I was like, I don't
even know if we meant to do that.
Right? It's just like, whoa. Yeah, man. So
exactly. That's me on drums. That album was really special to make. That was Derek's studio was completed, and all of his family and friends and all these people that we knew helped build it. And we immediately got that damn thing, plugged in and, went right at it, and it was a hell of a time. You're really in another creative mode there. We're finally not in the studio in Nashville or LA or Louisiana or something, we're in Derek's backyard, and, it was great. Yeah, it was so relaxed, so chilled out. We had all the time in the world to play with those tracks and that. Yeah, this guys did an incredible job, really, mixing and engineering.
What's the dynamic like working in a studio like that versus some of the more commercial ones?
Well, and I know Craig would attest to this too. Some of them you find, and you guys know this as well. It's our cool, camps out there. God, we got up to Woodstock, New York for a couple times and recorded up there, and I've gone to Louisiana. Those places are set up for you to hang out and live in, and I mean, hell, we hardly leave. We just stay there for 7 to 9 days at a time, and then of course you have some smaller installations. But luckily, in my recording experiences, even with JJ, we're in a studio that we know well. It's someone's house. It's a place we stay at, we hang at. And same with those, spots. Dockside Studios, we recorded in a lot. Really nice place in southern Louisiana. Those spots are the best. You hang out. You're really getting creative. You're going at it from 11 a.m. till 3 at night, and start up again. So those are the best ones. With Derek's place, he had them set up like those. That's exactly why he put it behind his house, and we can go, go fishing and hang out, record, not record.
Right.
It's like, go have dinner right there. We just never leave. So that was definitely his number one requirement with having a studio, and especially to have it at your house and not at another property. So it was good.
It takes a lot of the pressure off. I know we're always thinking about that when we're in the studio. It's like we want to get the best takes that we can, but we're also like watching the clock because we're on a budget and everything. So that plays into it. What was the writing dynamic like with that band?
Of course, a lot of years. I was with Derek for 15 years, so we definitely did a couple different things. Of course, you do a little bit of it on the road, when the inspiration hits you or whatever in the hotel room. But when we would prep for, a major label recording, we used to get a cabin in the middle of Georgia, and we would do the same thing. We would hang out for like 7 days. We wouldn't do shit. Take a bunch of BB guns and beer and whiskey, and we set up all the gear. Yeah, we'd like go into a rental home and just like push all the furniture over in the corner, and then all the gear would be set up. So, and in that process, everyone would just bring in grooves, kind of throw other ideas, or someone might have an idea that works with your idea, and the songs kind of really grew from that. When we went into the studio, we had a really solid 75% foundation of what was going to go down to tape, and see how it works. So yeah, it was a very cool process. And then you get into those nice studios and that, and it's like, yeah, you just take it even further. And like I said, the drill, you're going at it for 12 hours and trying to knock out a song or two. And yeah, it was a real nice creative process with Derek.
I love that idea of going out to a cabin in the woods just to write stuff, right?
Yeah, just hang out and write, so cool. And chill, listen to music. Yeah, we'd have a blast, man. Great time.
Did you guys ever hate each other halfway through that process?
Yeah. We're a rock and roll
you, bro.
band.
That album, or that song sucks, or that part sucks. That's how we talk to each other.
I'm offended. Yeah. Why is Todd crying in the kitchen? No, we were pretty, tolerant of each other, and a lot of our albums, I felt with Derek, and especially in the beginning, were a concept idea. It was like we were recording things that we were listening to that we were really into at the time. And, a lot of those albums have, a lot of cover tunes on them and stuff in the beginning.
I was curious about you guys did one of the first things I started listening to once I started really diving in was you guys did a jazz record, kind of. It was you did Mr. PC. Did you play on that record too?
Yeah, on that first one. Yeah.
That was super cool, man. Really cool interpretations of
thanks, man.
Kind of, I wouldn't say standards, but just cool, interpretations of classic jazz tunes,
It was wild with Derek, and it really, I have to admit, I don't know if it was all of our ideas. We were recording the things that we were out playing live, but the producer that we were working with is a big jazz producer from New Orleans, John Snyder, and he was a, huge piece of us, getting album deals, getting the right production, getting into the right studio. Tony Daigle's great engineer in New Orleans and south of there, Dockside Studios in Lafayette, Louisiana. Yeah, beautiful spot. So we did a lot of those albums out there. I think we did the first 4 there. And it was, I don't know, there's, like I was saying earlier, it's just nice to be out, in those spots and try something different. And that's kind of what happened. John was like, hey, you guys are playing Coltrane and that, let's record it, okay, and here's our album, so cool. Yeah, it ended up with a couple Coltrane tunes and another jazz standard. So yeah, it's funny, it's probably Snyder's fault. Blame it on him.
I fucking loved it. I couldn't believe it. I was because I'd heard all this other stuff, and I was there's no way these guys played jazz like that too. And then listen to that record, and I was like, you guys just do whatever the fuck you want. It's ridiculous.
and Derek was amazing. It's one of the things I'm most proud of. It's we truly grew up together learning how to play, these styles of music and different artists. We were both into Wayne Shorter and Coltrane, right, and, Jocko and just all these guys for years. So when we came together, it was new for him. He was like, oh, crap, I got to learn Mr. PC. And then we were like, Jesus, do you ever? Let's record this. We were freaking out. We were on the slide and everything. And he was just picking right up on this, and starting to dig into, some more advanced, harmony and theory and that. So, yeah, we just kind of went for it, And our drummer, of course, great Jan Rico Scott, was, such a big jazz guy. His resume was outrageous. So,
yeah, man.
It was probably his fault, too. We were recording Coltrane soon.
Sure, Kofi had something to do with that, too.
Yeah, later on, absolutely. Yeah, at that point. Yeah, he joined the band probably about 4 years after that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then it stepped up, to the next level.
What an insane lineup of people, man. It's just, it's awesome.
A real honor. It is. Yeah, Kofi's a maestro.
Yeah. Totally, man.